what is now a very complicated promotion to talk about, Chikara. Before it was ousted that Quack and Douche was not a good person, I love Chikara so much. Like, I remember watching this for the first time and thinking, whatever the fuck this is for me. It's literally the promotion I would show to people to be like, look how cool and fun wrestling is, right? I don't think we've ever really got to talk about Chikara on here. And if we have, it's very rare. So what are your thoughts on Chikara?
When I was I say very young, when I was a teenager emailing Jake at High Spots asking them when they were going to bring their promotion back around where I lived, I was like sustaining myself wrestling wise on like whatever horseshit WWE was putting out, TNA up to a point, and I was heavy into Ring of Honor, and I was heavy into the lore of Chikara. I was watching the podcast to go every week. I wasn't paying for the DVDs, but you got a match a week of just their crazy gimmicks. It was a style that was separate from any other indie promotion in the US. They were very heavy character based, and I loved it so much that it was on the short list of places that I wanted to train when I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I really respected Mike Quackenbush and what he can do from a technical perspective, but I just loved that they were creating a universe of characters like no one else besides WWE was doing, but they were doing it in a way where it was over the top, it was funny, it was silly, but at the core of it, there was still a lot of great wrestlers doing a lot of good storytelling. I mean, it's silly, but they were giving their all to it. They were giving their all to the storytelling, and they were giving their all to the wrestling. I've never seen a Chikara match where someone was not giving 100% trying to entertain 20 people at a National Guard armory in Pennsylvania.
Oh, geez, you done gushing, Tyler, so I can talk? No, I work with a lot of guys right now that got their start in Chikara, and you talked about it, like, complicated to talk about it. Well, I think if you just kind of take out the complicated part and throw it away and just focus on the wrestling and the people that were there that were doing it, that cared about it, like you listen to somebody like Eddie Kingston talk about it. He talks about passionately and what he gave to it, and you know, like his heart for it, much in the way Orange Cassidy and a lot of other wrestlers, the way they talk about it affectionately. It was a lot of people's first opportunity to have fun with professional wrestling. It was to break away from, you know, what we were told at the time, because there was still a lot of the old school mentalities were there. There were still discussions of, if you put your hands up and you're in a chair shot, you're a pussy, and you know, we get to chop the shit out of the new guy, and like, oh, you got a girlfriend, that won't last long, and all the things that just really suck about professional wrestling, and all the things that suck the life out of it, and like tell you your matches have to be this, they have to be fit in this box and be done this particular way. And someplace like Chikara takes a bunch of young and talented wrestlers and gives them an open canvas to play with. That's what it was for them. And I think a lot of those wrestlers miss and are saddened that there's not a place like that anymore.